And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. Well, I did say in the previous video I have more in regards to Ireland and the EU. This time, it seems that there's growing disenchantment in Ireland, growing against Brussels. Now, this is coming from a former diplomat called Ray Bassett. Now, Mr. Bassett was Ireland's former ambassador to Canada, Jamaica and the Bahamas. So he knows his stuff when it comes to international relations, shall we say. Now, the article itself is titled, EU on the Rocks, Ireland's raw deal on fishing, fueling resentment as IREXIT support is surging. You heard that word, surging? So it seems that Ireland are finally figuring out that the EU don't care about anything other than the EU. Member states are insignificant to them. Now, you're probably wondering what sort of raw deal they're getting. Well, it seems that they're more worried about a no deal, and the reason for that is because the French, the Belgian, the German and Denmark and Norway, instead of fishing British UK waters, would have to fish somewhere else. And considering Irish seas are the next closest, they, rightly so, are terrified that those nations will then go and pillage their waters instead, which would jeopardise the livelihoods of their local fishing businesses. It's fine while it did it to us though. He also said the fisheries issue in the Brexit talks has focused interest in Ireland on how badly the country is treated under the current common fisheries policy. This is very uncomfortable for the government and the pro-EU lobby. Other countries catch hundreds of millions of euros worth of fish in Irish waters, and subsequent processing can more than double the value of that catch. The possibility, or more likely the probability, that Ireland's meagre fish ration in its own waters may be even further reduced to cater for French, Spanish and Dutch fishing interests displaced by the Brexit is causing consternation. Such circumstances would trigger demands in Ireland for the common fisheries policy to be scrapped, and the EU won't stand for that, obviously. So this is looking like IREXIT is possibly, maybe, next on the list. And I'll be honest, to all the Irish people, I think you need to. The EU don't care about you as Irish people, they just care about the numbers that you bring into their bank accounts. If you think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Mr. Bassett added as well, it again shows how short-sighted Ireland's policy was of throwing its lot in with the EU during Brexit. It also comes at a time when the Department of Finance in Dublin has confirmed that Ireland's net contribution to the EU budget in 2020 will be 1.5 billion. That's up, you ready everyone? Billion from last year. So they want $1 billion extra per year for their budget. Absolutely ridiculous. It will crush Ireland, that. This does not take into account Ireland's pending large contribution to the EU Lurgy Fund. Fishing was far from the only issue where Ireland appeared to be losing out, Mr. Barrett said. He explained, the continued delay in starting a Lurgy vaccine programme is also reflecting badly on the country's relationship with the EU. So as you can hear there, everyone, it sounds like the EU's hold on the member states are starting to wane more and more and more. If you think how much the EU is dependent on our waters, let's just have a quick look at a graph, shall we? This is the European fishing dependence on British waters, and other waters I might add. So the exclusive economic zone, surface area on the Atlantic coast, English Channel and North Sea by country in 1,000 kilometres squared. So the EU rely on 756,000 kilometres square of United Kingdom waters and 410,000 kilometres square of Ireland's. Now, have you noticed the big difference between the other four and us two? So you can see why Ireland are a bit miffed, can't you? Because their quota on that is minimal. So if you're listening, Ireland, if you do decide to get out of the EU, I would actually back you on that. The EU are not our friends, they're not anyone's friends other than the EU's friends, and I will say that continually over and over and over again until everybody listens to me. Now this comes on the back as well, everyone, that the growing disenchantment with Brussels in the Irish public, and the Irish Freedom Party, which campaigns for an IREXIT, is supporting a strong surge in new memberships. The next few years will be very interested in Irish politics and its relationship with Brussels. The balance of advantage in Ireland's membership of the EU is certainly shifting in a negative direction. Any reduction to our fish quota we want to avoid at all costs. That's why the attachment of the fish negotiations to other aspects of the free trade agreement, FTA, is really important. There's a lot of stake and we need level heads. You're not getting level heads because you've been bullying. All of you have in the EU. You're not going to get it. As far as I'm concerned, you don't deserve any fish in the British waters. You only deserve your own fish, and if you can't protect those fish from the EU, that tells a bigger story on the EU and your relationship than it does ours. So stop looking at us and start looking at your own relationship with the EU. Maybe you'll figure out why you're losing so much support, EU, and all of you Europhiles. It does sound like to me that Ireland are very, very close to saying the same as us and giving the EU a massive, strong-willed two-finger salute. And it would be not a day too soon, in my opinion. I'd like to know your opinion, though, everyone. Do you think this is sure sign that Ireland will be leaving as well? Because a lot of industry reliant, isn't it, fishing in Ireland? So it makes me wonder if they're going to have to leave. They'll be left with no choice because the EU won't provide subsidies or help Ireland in any way. They'll just pillage the waters like they've been trying to do to us, won't they? If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it out, everyone. I really do need you to do that. I'll see you on the next one.